Coming up on the County Line, we tell you how PennDOT prepares for the upcoming holiday season.
Also, later in this edition of the County Line, we take you to a local spot for some smooth brews. The County Line
starts now. Hello and welcome. I'm Bradford Eric.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Bishop. With the holiday season one of the biggest travel periods of the year, PennDOT reminds motorists to be prepared and alert. PennDOT plans to team up with police agencies to ensure safe travel on the state roadways. Police plan to combine sobriety checkpoints and patrols in order to keep an eye out for motorists exhibiting dangerous behaviors. Those behaviors include speeding and aggressive and impaired driving. PennDOT spokesperson Marianne Warner says rest is essential before long trips.
Make sure you get rest. You don't want to be driving many miles and going if you are tired. You should take the time to ensure that you're rested and maybe do those every hour or two stops so that you can stay focused on driving.
The holiday season is quickly approaching, and as everyone knows, the day after Thanksgiving is one of the biggest shopping days of the year. One of the local shopping hotspots is the Grove City Premium Outlets. The outlets are closed on Thanksgiving Day, however they open at midnight on Friday. The stores are open until 10 p.m. that day. The Saturday after Thanksgiving, special holiday hours are in effect, and those hours are 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., and that lasts from November 28th until December 23rd. Shoppers need to keep in mind that Black Friday has many risks, especially at the Grove City outlets. In the past year, shoppers have been stuck in traffic backed up to 3 miles. The 1,300 parking spaces are not enough for the massive amount of shoppers that come from all over the region. Mall operators and state highway patrol officers will be directing traffic in and out of the outlets. Shoppers should be cautious of many stops and long waits.
As the days get darker earlier, PennDOT warns motorists that most crashes involving deer happen this time of year. Deer are most active during breeding season and while the sun is rising and setting. Harvesting and hunting activity can also increase the movement of deer. PennDOT spokesperson Jim Struzzi explains how many crashes occur and offers some tips to reduce crash risks.
Last year, we had more than 3,000 crashes statewide involving deer, resulting in more than 600 injuries and, unfortunately, 8 fatalities. We want to remind people that this is, in particular, is the time of year where you need to be aware the deer could dart out in front of you, and you need to be prepared for that. You want to be cautious in the areas where you do see deer crossing signs. Those are placed in areas where there have been other crashes involving deer in the past. So those signs aren't placed arbitrarily. They're placed there for a reason to let you know that you need to be cautious. The best thing to do is you don't want to overreact and try to avoid the deer, swerving off the road and possibly putting yourself into a worse situation. The best thing to do is to just hit your brakes as you would when you're traveling behind any other vehicle and try to stay on the road.
Looking for a special gift this holiday season for that loved one that has everything?
Up next, we show you where you can get that gift that helps those less fortunate. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Dan McDevitt, a father, a husband, Army retiree, and a student at Westminster College. It was nice finding a college so close to home with high academics, was going to put me in the job market right after graduation. If I was to tell another adult student why to come to Westminster, I'd tell them for the academics, the one-on-one personalization they'll get with their instructor, the small classroom experience. I know with this college degree, it's going to open a lot of doors for me. My kids are supportive of me going back to college. When I get good grades, they're all happy. They're like, way to go, Dad.
Westminster was founded in 1852 as one of the nation's earliest coeducational colleges. Our timeless mission of developing individuals intellectually, spiritually, and socially has helped Westminster become one of the country's top liberal arts colleges. Experience tradition the Westminster way.
With November nearly over, many local farms have finished their harvest season. When he is not in the field, one Mercer County farmer spends his time in the classroom. Jesse Ligo teaches accounting at Westminster along with operating a 300-acre farm. The county line heads down on the farm to learn more about this unique professor.
And we have a quiz on closing entries.
Around campus, Professor Ligo is best known for his ability to teach accounting. However, he's also notorious for leading a second life away from Westminster, one filled with danger and excitement. Professor Ligo is a full-time farmer. Ligo and his family own and operate a 300-acre farm in Mercer County. The farm produces hay, corn, soybeans, and a variety of grains. It also has beef cattle and some pigs as well. He bought the rundown farm in 1991, and with help from his family and friends, and a lot of hard work, made it into what it is today. Ligo is at home both in the classroom and working in the fields. While accounting and farming may seem unrelated, Ligo insists the two professions fit together well.
I felt in my heart that I probably always wanted to be a farmer, but you don't know for sure that that's going to happen. So in college, I became an accounting major after taking a Principles of Accounting course. I really liked it. And then I taught in graduate school as part of my graduate assistantship. And I always really enjoyed it. And of course, it offers some flexibility that you need if you're going to have more than one occupation.
He says many times in class, the farm provides examples of business in the real world.
Now, Nate, if we did this correctly, you're telling me it should what? Balance. Let's check it out. Some of the knowledge applies directly. For instance, when I'm teaching my tax class about depreciation or return on assets in one of my accounting classes, that can apply directly. When I'm teaching cost accounting, I can teach, how much does it cost to grow an acre of corn, and those things can go back and forth directly. The anecdotal stories or instances that I have in the real world easily transfer to the teaching world and add a lot to the class, I think.
In keeping track of the farm's complicated finances, Ligo says knowledge of accounting is a great asset.
Farming, it definitely is a business, and I have told my wife, or we've talked about it, and I honestly feel a lot of my success in farming is in equal parts attributable to my background as an accountant as it is to my background as a farmer. I mean, the ability to make business decisions and analyze information has been a real big advantage. The old get up early and work hard was the formula for success in the 70s, but it's not, that in and of itself won't do it in today's environment.
He even invites students to come visit the farm.
We do bonfires and hay rides with them. We always have the accounting capstone class out in the spring so that they can see how running a farm business relates to all that they've learned at school so far.
As a Christian, Ligo says he's very thankful for what the Lord has given him.
I guess in a way I just say I've been very blessed to have two jobs that I really, really enjoy.
One thing's for certain, managing a farm like this takes a lot of hard work. After all, I would know. I'm his son.
Joe, I think you better hurry around and get those cows fed. We got a lot of other things we need to do.
All right, Dad. I'm Joe Ligo for the County Line.
Instead of buying that expensive gadget this holiday, why not spend the money to help someone buy food or clothing? One campus group rejects what they see as the materialistic nature of the holidays. The Young Presbyterian Scholar Program holds their annual Global Gift Market on November 30th. The market features fair trade items and donations to international causes. Shoppers can choose between buying seeds for impoverished farming villages, medical supplies for mothers and children in need, and many other worthy causes. Program coordinator Carrie Ann Lasore says the alternative gifts make nice surprises for loved ones.
It's interesting, over the years we've found that a lot of people, especially as they get a little bit older, appreciate these kind of gifts even more than a material thing, because it means you've put some thought into it and you're trying to find something that represents something that they believe in or appreciate or support. And so grandparents, aunts and uncles really find it kind of cool that you would spend money to support a gorilla habitat because they love animals, or that they were a former school teacher or an engineer or perhaps a doctor, and they certainly can afford what they need, but they appreciate the fact that you support that thing in them and use your money to support an organization that does that kind of work. That, yeah, they really do appreciate it.
The Westminster College Celebrity Series brings 6-time Emmy winner and Grammy Award nominee John Tesh on Friday, December 16th. The show features traditional Christmas carols arranged to bring back that feel of the big band era. Look out for the fan favorite tunes such as Silent Night and It Wouldn't Be Christmas Without You. Contact the Celebrity Series for more information about this and upcoming shows. Stay tuned for your update on the world of Westminster sports.
But first, this is the County Line on WCN.
Should you rank a student athlete by lap times or GPA? Hi, I'm Joe Underko, Executive Director of the President's Athletic Conference, and we say both are important. 10 schools, over 600 student athletes, all on the PAC honor roll, all with GPA 3.6 or higher. PAC athletes are awarded for excellence both on the field and in the classroom. PAC athletes, academically and athletically elite.
Hello and welcome to Titantown Sports. I'm Josh Dunn. Let's get straight to this week's action. The men's basketball team heads away over winter break. The Titans play in the St. John Fisher Tournament in Rochester, New York. The games take place on December 29th and 30th. After the tournament, the Titans begin play in the PAC Conference. The team plays Grove City at home on January 4th. The game starts at 8 p.m. Catch it live on Titan Radio or the Westminster Cable Network. The Westminster women's basketball team heads into Christmas break this season after a PAC conference matchup with Washington and Jefferson. The Lady Titans play out of conference at Muskingum and 12th-ranked Denison to begin the break. They will also play 4 conference games, including a televised meeting with rival Grove City, right here on WCN. All conference games can be heard on Titan Radio. The Westminster men's swimming and diving team has started the season well, and the only male diver is helping the team rack up the points. Dan Giles is the entire men's diving team and loves every moment of it.
Well, freshman year I had no diving experience, but coming into college I had a lot of gymnastic experience, and I saw an all-campus email which went out to everybody and just asked for people who were interested to come down and talk to Coach Clement. My favorite dive, and the dive that has historically scored the highest, has been inward dives. So inward 1 1/2 is the hardest dive I do inwards, but I'll work out from there. Being the only male diver, I suppose I get a lot, like an improportional amount of attention, so I guess that's nice.
Both the men's and women's track and field teams began practices 1 week ago. Last year, the men's side took home the gold at the PAC conference meet, with the ladies bringing home second place. Although the season is long, head coach Tim McNeil says his athletes are ready to tear in to another successful season.
A lot of great energy that I haven't seen yet, and this is my 5th year here. A lot of great energy going on with our preseason practices, to defend and to get back those titles. So obviously that's the goal, win the PAC. Our men, we didn't lose anybody from last year. I mean, we lost some seniors, but nobody who scored in the PAC championship meet last year graduated, so everybody's back. And then on the women's side, we did lose a few seniors from last year. However, we have 6 really strong senior girls who are key members of our team and will score in multiple events. So they are, they want to go out on top. So there is that, I guess you could say, that edge that they have right now, that they're very motivated to go to practice hard, and then we don't have a meet for a while, but I imagine that when the meets come, we'll see that same energy.
The Wilmington High School football team season came to an end last week following a loss to General McLean. The Greyhounds crashed out of the playoffs in a heartbreaker, falling 21-18. The Hounds scored late to bring them within 3 points of McLean. However, the Hounds failed to recover the following onside kick, and McLean held on for the victory. The Hounds finished the season with a 9-2 record. With the weather taking a turn for the worse, it can be hard for some students to get exercise. The rock climbing wall on campus provides an alternative method to traditional exercise. The County Line's Jeff Hauser gives us an inside look.
This is a sport many people are afraid of. Now, why are they afraid of it? Well, it's because of this.
Concentration is vital. You must be one with the rock.
Spot, I appreciate your concern, but if you don't stop distracting me, I'm liable to be one.
Unlike Captain Kirk, rock climbing in this century uses ropes.
That's a figure eight.
Okay.
When I did that one the first time, I didn't get past.
You follow it through.
Okay.
Tie it this time. You're going to say on belay.
On belay?
She says blazer.
Okay.
Then going to say climbing.
Climbing.
You may start climbing.
Rock before. This is a lot harder than I thought. I love it. I want to do it again. Not first. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm Jeffrey House reporting for the County Line.
That's your Titantown Sports for the week. I'm Josh Dunn. Now for more of the County Line.
Westminster College's stellar academic reputation comes from dedicated faculty committed to student success. A Westminster liberal arts education prepares you for life's challenges. Go to college for more than a degree. Go to become educated. Challenge yourself the Westminster way.
Looking for some local brews after a hard day's work? Check out the North Country Brewing, nestled in the heart of downtown Slippery Rock. Rebuilt using local hardwoods and recycled materials, the brewery and restaurant produces 14 microbrews on site. The County Line's Dave Nicholson sampled a few beers and took our cameras behind the scenes to see what goes into making their marvelous malted beverages.
The allure of North Country Brewing stems from the passion put into it. Owner Bob McCaffrey recycled scraps from his former job as an archaeologist to build the establishment from the foundation up.
The degree I graduated from college with was actually environmental geoscience. So I was kind of applying, like I hate wasting and I like reusing, and it makes sense. It was always like a lifestyle for me to be green. If the state was going to burn the trees, I asked permission to grab them and hauled them out of West Virginia, whatever site location I was on, and took them to North Liberty to Timber Trails. There's a mill right there. He's a great guy. He milled all the trees I brought him. And basically I had them stick dried here for years while I still did archaeology and renovated on weekends and went back to work during the week. I'd always bring trees back with me. And so I had a pile of lumber, like literally like a stack of lumber drying here. It took a ton of blood, sweat, and tears, but we were able to handcraft everything to exactly what we wanted. I mean, I just, I dropped a tape measure off my elbow. That was the height of the bar.
McCaffrey doesn't quite stop there. He continues his green efforts to this day.
It's really become more of a throwaway nation, and even things that are built now aren't really built to last, they're built to replace. And I guess that's a way of generating dollars, back. But, you just see all this stuff being wasted and not reused. And when we open, we've always had a garden, and we use our own herbs and everything. And then we also buy from local farms in the seasons, everything we can. With everything we do here, even the grain that they brew with, I take it back to our farm. We started North Country Cattle Company, and now we have our own burgers and steaks coming back to the menu, raised with our brewer's grain. One that feeds the cattle, but it also keeps the grain out of the landfill. And we started recycling all the cardboard, and we recycle all the wine bottles, all the growlers and jugs that we serve our beer to go in, come back, rinsed and ready to be reused. So that even the pint glasses here is basically a recycled product. We just reuse them. For a while, we were composting all the scraps from people's plates. Right now, I'm trying to get it to a situation where I can boil off all the scraps and then feed the pigs. And then we'd basically be at 6 cubic yards of garbage a month. That's unheard of in the restaurant world.
McCaffrey says his green initiative began during his youth and shaped him into the person he is today. Reporting in Slippery Rock Township, I'm David Nicholson, for On the Road.
North Country Brewery opens at 11 a.m. every day, but their hours vary. If you want more information, call the number on your screen.
Wizard of Oz performances at the Newcastle Playhouse continue until early December. The show runs Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. Sunday matinees start at 2 p.m. Ticket prices range from $10 to $15. Visit the Playhouse's website for more information.
The Newcastle Playhouse will hold auditions for upcoming production Disney's Mulan Jr. Auditions are open to the youth from ages 8 to 18 and take place Sunday, December 11th and Monday, December 12th. Those auditioned are reminded to prepare for a 1-minute vocal selection. Call the Playhouse for more information. You're watching The County Line.
Stay tuned for more.
Should you rank a student athlete by lap times or GPA? Hi, I'm Joe Underko, Executive Director of the President's Athletic Conference, and we say both are important. 10 schools, over 600 student athletes, all on the PAC honor roll, all with GPA 3.6 or higher. PAC athletes are awarded for excellence both on the field and in the classroom. PAC athletes, academically and athletically elite.
New Wilmington will host their first ever Christmas parade this winter. The parade takes place December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. The New Wilmington Chamber of Commerce sponsors the event, which includes a Westminster connection. The homecoming king and queen will appear in the parade. That means you should look for the County Line's own Courtney Crown, as the procession follows the same path as the Halloween parade. The County Line talked to the president of the New Wilmington Chamber of Commerce, Jason Callahan, about this new parade.
Well, we're trying to get more people involved. We've sent flyers out to the school, to Westminster, maybe to try and get some sororities, fraternities, if they want to do a float or anything like that. So we'll have 5 different volunteer fire companies and their trucks, and we're trying to, like I said, trying to get other people involved to do, a float or something. So, just kind of change it up a little bit. We've never done a parade before, so this will be the first year.
Well, the temperature is dropping and decorations are going up. That means one thing to the folks at 88.9. Titan Radio is gearing up for the Christmas season with 24/7 Christmas music. The station will be playing nonstop holiday hits to spread cheer for the season. Assistant Program Director Ashley Durham tells us this year will be just as jolly as the years before.
Well, as usual, Titan Radio will be doing its 24/7 Christmas music here at Titan Radio. It's basically same as last year, same as the years before. All your favorite Christmas hits on Titan Radio whenever you turn on the radio. Some find it a little repetitive, but I personally enjoy it. I think it's a great thing we have here, and it really gets you in the mood for the holiday season.
And just as a reminder, you can catch this and all of Titan Radio's programming at titanradio.net.
A Westminster campus tradition quickly approaches along with the holiday season. The college's annual Christmas Vespers will be held on Sunday, December 4th at 7 p.m. in Orr Auditorium. The Christmas Vespers Choir will be singing 5 pieces from Handel's Messiah. Speaking at Vespers will be college chaplain Reverend Jim Moore. Before the service, a reception and dinner will be offered for alumni and family of students of the college. The reception will begin at 4:15 p.m. in the Carlson Atrium of the McKelvey Campus Center. To place your reservation or for more information regarding the dinner, visit westminster.edu.
The Westminster Cable Network will broadcast Newcastle's annual Light Up Night festivities. Yours truly, myself, and Bradford were both there. The parade will air over Thanksgiving holiday weekend, as well as several times during the Christmas season. Catch all the action, including the annual fireworks display, right here.
The Lawrence County Tourist Promotion Agency announces the 2012 season of Rocket to the Stars. The popular singing competition is set to undergo some changes and expansions. They will offer a $10,000 grand prize along with 1 year of voice and performance lessons. Auditions will kick off this upcoming March, and crews plan to visit colleges in Youngstown, Erie, Pittsburgh, and right here at Westminster.
The Polar Express will be shown at Strand Theater in Zelienople from December 2nd through the 4th. Tickets are $5. The 2004 animated film is rated PG and will start at 7:30 p.m. on December 2nd and December 3rd. On December 4th, the matinee show starts at 4 p.m.
The 12th annual Cascade of Lights begins Thanksgiving Day at Cascade Park in Newcastle. The event runs from 6 to 9 p.m. through November 27th. Admission costs $5 per car.
That will do it for us here at the County Line.
Be sure to tune in next week as we deck the halls for the holiday season.
Also, be sure to log on to WCN247.com for all of your campus updates and community connections.
We'll see you right back here
at the County Line.